Power! She down there cooking some damn spam.
These simples.
Hey everyone, it's Micah Fragrance back at it again with another video. Today's topic I'm going to be talking about is, are Middle Eastern fragrances taking over the fragrance game? Obviously, I'm going to be answering some other questions. I'm going to be talking about costs, the alternatives of these fragrances, why maybe you should choose a Middle Eastern fragrance over a designer fragrance. But I got a lot of questions, so I think first, let's probably dive into price. So pricing is very good on Middle Eastern fragrances. I have 2 in my collection. I had 3. I had Lattafa's Kamarakawa. I traded it away for Stronger With You Intensely, but I definitely will get another bottle because that fragrance was amazing. But the 2 I have Maison Alhambra's Bright Peach and Rasasi Huas. Bright Peach is a clone of Tom Ford's Bitter Peach, and Rasasi Huas is a clone of the original batches of Invictus, not Invictus Aqua 2016. So the pricing is very good on these. Now, I bought Huas when it still had a lot of hype and it was more expensive. I paid like $70. I paid for it. My girlfriend got it for me. It was like $70. But this has gone down in price to about $40, $50, depending on where you find it. And Bright Peach, I paid $20 for. Now, that's better than, a batch of Invictus, which isn't nearly as strong as Huas for, $120 for the 3.4 ounce, or the real bottle of Bitter Peach, which is at least like $300. I'm not sure on the exact price. But you can just kind of see, I'm saved almost $300 getting this fragrance. I saved probably $50 or so getting this fragrance. Obviously, yes, you can shop off discounters for the, for Invictus or for Bitter Peach, but you're not going to save as much money as if you just go the clone route. Which is a big reason why a lot of people go towards Middle Eastern fragrances. I figured we talked about price. Now let's talk into some things you might want to do once you get your bottle. So the thing about Middle Eastern fragrances is they don't macerate in their warehouses. With designer fragrances, Versace, they'll make a batch of fragrances, they'll let it sit for a month or 2, and then they'll ship them out. Middle Eastern fragrances, these are just made, they immediately ship them out, so they have no time to macerate. So if you notice, the smell isn't really what I was expecting, I'm not getting the best longevity, put it in a cool, dark area for at least 2 weeks to let the fragrance macerate. It will smell a little different. It will probably make it stronger. If it has vanilla, the vanilla will be more prominent. But that's really the big thing that you want to do once you get a Middle Eastern fragrance if you realize, your longevity projection isn't the best. I figured let's talk about the alternative side of this. So obviously the alternatives, like I said, Huas is a clone of Invictus and Bright Peach is a clone of Bitter Peach. Now, these are alternative fragrances. If you don't want to spend, say you can't find Bitter Peach on a discount site, you don't want to spend $300, so you want to spend $20 on Bright Peach instead. There's just a lot of good alternatives. Creed Aventus is a very expensive fragrance. The Creed Aventus DNA has been done by a lot of Middle Eastern houses and done in really good ways. So you can save a lot of money just looking for alternatives within Middle Eastern fragrances. We talked about alternatives. We talked about price. Let's just talk about some houses I would recommend you buy from and maybe to stay away from. So I kind of lied about the staying away from part. There's really no house you should stay away from because they're all good houses. Maison Alhambra is owned by Lattafa, I'm pretty sure, so they're kind of the same house. Lattafa is a great house. Rasasi is a great house. Afnan is a great house. There's a lot of good houses. Al Harmain is another great house. So really just look up like top Middle Eastern houses, and you'll get some good results. The ones I've really shopped from personally, Lattafa and Maison Alhambra and Rasasi, so I haven't tried I have tried like Afnan 9 p.m. and 9 a.m. dive, but I haven't personally owned an Afnan fragrance. I haven't personally owned Al Harmain fragrance, but they're all good. They're all good houses. And, like I said, really the thing with Middle Eastern fragrances is the prices are unbeatable. So that's going to do it for pretty much the main video. Now we're going to answer the main question. Are Middle Eastern houses taking over the fragrance game now? So in my opinion, yes, Middle Eastern fragrances are taking over the fragrance game, and I'm really not mad about it. Because again, like I said, would you rather spend $300 on Tom Ford's Bitter Peach or $20 on Maison Alhambra's Bright Peach? Would you rather spend twice the price for Invictus, which isn't nearly as strong as Huas, or spend half the price, get a 3.4 ounce, and have it be super strong? So I think if you're new to fragrances, or you just don't have that much money to spend, instead of saving up for these designer fragrances, like Tom Ford Bitter Peach, just buy the alternatives. They're going to smell good. Sure, they might be a little synthetic, but that's also because, they don't have $300 worth of ingredients in their bottles, you know? So yes, they do smell a little bit cheaper. They might not last as long. They might not smell as, you know, rich as the real ones do, but you'll save a lot of money and you might find some good stuff. Some Middle Eastern houses also will combine some fragrances. So maybe there's a combination of, you know, Invictus and bitter peach. You know, I'm not saying that there is, but there's some places like there's I think it's All Harmain or something, but they have some like mix of like some Creed fragrance and some other fragrance. I can't remember, but a lot of houses will mix fragrances, so you'll get some unique scents. But also a lot of them are just really good on clones. You know, you want Parfum de Marly Layton, go All Harmain Detour Noir. You want bitter peach, go bright peach. You want Creed Aventus, go off non not only or off non supremacy, not only intense. So there's just a lot of good alternatives. I'm sorry if this video was kind of just dragging along, but this was just a topic I wanted to do because it's kind of important to me, I suppose you could say. With my channel, you know, I try and have cheaper alternatives. So hopefully this video, if someone is watching my video and doesn't have, you know, the biggest collection, you know, they watch my video, they watch my content because I showcase cheaper fragrances. This can kind of show them a different way that they can go about fragrances because it is a lot cheaper. And you still get really good quality stuff. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys for just watching the video. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.